Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Montez with cameras from itsmontez.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you read the title, we're going to get into some deep thoughts. We're going to get into some deep conversation. We're basically going to be speaking about building friendships and not just networking. It's pretty in depth there. As always, we are live. So if you want to join the conversation, you can do so inside my comment box. Just go ahead and talk to us. We'll make sure to acknowledge you and talk back. Go into the description box and make sure you go and follow the YouTube channel that I have provided for you. You will not be disappointed. Beautiful girls, great family, great place to get some education and learning. And also, too, just people to work with, network with. Got some great ideas coming on. You see in their new YouTube channel on the way. Yeah, this is going to be more of a collaboration channel. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to break into what that's all about later on. Again, if you haven't followed all of me on social media sites, you're going to need to do so. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. Without further ado, Kimo's already been on before, but me and him built an awesome relationship. It's been crazy. We've just been talking back and forth. So without further ado, Kimo, go ahead and tell the world about who you are and everything else, and let's hop into this.
Let's hop into it. Thanks, Montez, for having us. I feel weird, talking to him, just we're friends. You know what I'm saying? I be honest with you. We have to be real. And we kind of talk about before what we're gonna say on this channel. And we gotta go and we overanalyze it. We go dude, let's just flow with it. Let's be real. And I think people appreciate that. I don't think they want this scripted items of this interviews, though he does wonderful interviews with people that don't have the time, like me and him have the time to communicate and collaborate. And so talking about friendship, this friendship grew, and it's going to sprout, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger. But we need more friends. You know what I'm saying? We love communicating with each other, but we're only two people. And we want to build our Ohana or our family into much more than just me and him. So we invite everyone to come in and talk. And let's talk stories. Let's talk about things, what's going on with your life. And then how you're dealing with items on this platform that we love called YouTube. So we're going to be coming out with a channel that I think is going to just blow your minds, and actually not just blow your minds and give you the education, but give you the subscribers that you deserve, give you the view time that you just deserve, to show you how to do marketing tips, networking tips, but most important, regardless, it's building relationships, okay? Building friendship. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you don't learn anything from us, this is the most important thing. The most important thing. So.
Yeah, and it's so true. This is going to be one of the most important things that is going to help you grow and take you to that next step. Ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we will be having another YouTube channel pop up very, very soon that you all are going to want to get involved in. There's going to be tips. There's going to be advice, lots of collaboration, lots of ways that you're going to be able to come in and grow, not just watch, actually get inside and grow with us. So
go ahead. And go ahead. Sorry.
As we go on with this conversation and stuff like that, we're going to get deeper into what we are planning, and you can kind of bounce some of your ideas off what we're talking about. This is what we're doing this for. So go ahead, Kimo.
Yeah, and I apologize. We're still getting used to communicating with each other sometimes on this live platform where our thoughts are going so quickly, me and Montez, and sometimes our thoughts and minds, and we're on the same sheet of music. It's just a lot of times we're just trying to get the words out, because we see this vision, and we see this vision for you guys. We see you guys being successful. We see a lot of good content out there, and we want to help you guys out there. And in return, it helps us out. We grow, we build our brand, but building a brand is important, but building relationship is paramount. So it used to be back in the days in business, back in my days, okay, not Montez because he's younger, back in the old days, right? That it used to be location, location, location for business, and internet just changed that. Location is not really important anymore. You know, it used to be, you know, you needed to have a business, you needed to be in Silicon Valley to do technology, you needed to do this, you needed to be in the area with like-minded people. But the internet has made us where we're more global, where we can communicate with each other and we can build those friendships, we can build those partnerships. And how do you build that? You know, like how do you build a relationship? You know, how do we learn from our Asian counterparts that will send gifts for 30 years before they even do business, and notes? You know, how do we do that? And I think a lot of it is building that rapport, you know, and rapport, not location, 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 but rapport. And how do you build rapport? You know, like, and I think that's where Montez really won me over. It was building that rapport. He didn't ask me to subscribe. Okay. He complimented me on my video, but he also watched the video and said, hey, I like this portion. And I knew he was watching. I knew he was interested. If there was not a itsmontez.com, there would be no Ohana Girls Guide to Life. I'm straight up with that right now. So if you're not watching his content, then you are missing out. And I like to say duh, but you know, that's his thing, and he's got it copyrighted and he'll sue me. But we're friends, but you know,
I love it. Like, you got depth into it. How do you decide to build a friendship before you decide to just network with the individual? And really, honestly, you know, we're breaking this down and getting it down to a term to where I want you all to think about it. Friendship and networking are really one and the same. But then when you have, like, some people might say it's not good to work with someone in your family or someone like your spouse, or, you know, these kinds of things. Well, I think it's like this. I don't think that it's bad to work with someone that you get along with. Now, starting something with someone that's not the level, most of the times you're going to be around someone you're going to marry someone that's going to think somewhat like you do, or your friendships are going to be, someone's going to be somewhat like you are. And you're going to share the same characteristics. So I think now, if you're talking about, all right, I want to open a business, and you're a lazy individual, then, you know, I mean, let's just be truthful. If you're a lazy individual, pretty sure your friends are going to be somewhere next to that. They're going to come up with reasons to why they can't show up to help you work your business, or so on and so forth. So I think that if you get down deeper into networking and actually look for a friendship out of that person, a long-term goal out of a person looking at the short term, you're going to go a lot further. It's not about how much money can we make at this time. It's how many ideas can we make over a long period of time that's going to be making revenue, or allowing us to be more creative or create more things at a long period of time. So I think that it's actually more important that you find a friendship out of networking before you just go find a person to network with, because then they're your friend. They're not so much to stab you in your neck or slit your throat when you ain't looking.
Right. And a lot of it is, this is not speed dating, you know, like building a friendship and a partnership in any business is not speed dating. You know, you have to take the time, you have to invest the time. You know, there has to be, yes, it starts out with that initial date and communication, and you can do it on this platform. And how do you do it? You know, you go out there and you comment, and you see the comments that they comment back, and then you see the content that they put out there, you know, and that tells a lot about someone. I can look at someone's content and know exactly what that person stands for. Exactly, you know, and you have to analyze, you have to listen. You know, I feel like a lot of times that people are just running around with their heads cut off right now, because they go, I need to get the 100,000, you know, or the 1,000 and the 4,000 watch hour, whatever, you know, like, you know, they're worried about that, and you're worrying about the wrong things. That will come, you know, But if you're not building that relationship, you're not building that what they call evergreen, where it's going to grow in long term. This is a long game. YouTube is a long game. It's not shorting. You're not shorting anything here. Like you're not hoping for failure and get money from it. You're hoping for success, and success builds success. And that's where, if you're successful out there, that's why we want you guys to come on here. If you're successful, you guys get subscribers. We get subscribers from those kind of things. We get to collaborate. We get potential clients that we'll do beta testing with, that will actually help you and coach you in certain things. We'll analyze your station. If you want me and Montez to analyze your station and actually look at your analytics, and you want us to give your real advice, because sometimes you don't hear the real advice on the comments. Now, there are some truthful people out there, especially kids. That's why I love the kid genre, because kids will be blunt with you. They go like, hey, your intro's too long and your mic sucks. They won't say it in those terms, but they'll say that, it would be so much better if you did this, and then you go to their channel and they don't have any content out there, but they're out there telling you this is what we want to hear, because those are things that are important. If your audio is really bad, like regardless, your pictures can be grainy and everything, your audio is real bad, it's hard to watch, even if the content is good, like this content is good, but it's hard to listen. Sometimes you got to have those people out there. And I feel like everyone's a mentor. We can be mentored from each other. Montez is my mentor. Okay. But we started out as friends first before there, and then we built this mentorship with each other. Now I do mentor him in different ways that I've learned, but he owns this platform. He's the king, of this platform. And regardless of the subscriptions, because we know he's making money. So we know he's making money, and that's great, like that. But it doesn't matter how big the channel is. Even a person with one subscriber could mentor you in some way, and you just gotta listen.
What up, White Tupac, man? He's in here, the White Tupac.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Man, jump on, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, can't tell us you're sick now. Can't tell us you're sick now, buddy.
Come on, man.
If you can't,
I want to talk to the guy, man.
White Tupac, let us know if you can come on, and we'll send you a link.
Tell us what your networking skills and stuff like that, or not networking, building friendships.
Building friendships, yeah. Because
is he want to get on, man?
I'm waiting for him to chat back in the chat room. I know he might still be watching. I hope he is. But I think like me, when I first started, I really had to get down and understand whenever I was reading the comments from everybody, at first it was just like, oh, I got a comment. You feel some kind of way about it. But then whenever you're just trying to shove your content to someone to get comments, but then whenever you go back and you go look and there's no one there, you might think that, hey, maybe this was a spammer, or maybe this wasn't a real person. But then if you look on further on their profile, you see that they like more videos. You see that, so it kind of goes down to a thing of like, you have to, it's looking at things from outside in, inside out, really, I think, is you have to find, because there's value in that person that took and looked at what you were doing. Now you have to study, why did he come and look? What was it that and then when you find out, hey, then you go to where he was watching other stuff. And then you go see all these other people that are talking. Well, there's the party. Just jump in. Yeah. Just jump in and start. So again, that's what it is. It's really trying to, and maybe they don't write you back. Maybe they don't write back very quickly. Well, I guess if you just do it one time and think you're going to be a master at something, then who are you fooling? Yeah. I mean, it comes to times to where you'll write someone over and over and over again and they won't respond. Well, persistence pays off. You have to be very persistent with building your relationships, with talking with individuals. Sometimes you'll have a person that you've been talking to or wanting to do a business deal with for a long period of time, and they all of a sudden go MIA, off the planet. You know, well, maybe you weren't keeping as a closer relationship as you thought you were. Maybe you weren't connecting the ways that best valued them. You know, and so you got to think about those things. Those are things to be mindful of and think about. Maybe the first, and that's another thing, is when you first, if you're an MLM person or looking to build a company or something like that, if you go and you pitch your deal and the person doesn't buy it first or whatever, so what? Now you still talk to him. Don't just, all right, he doesn't want it, so I'm done. There's something there waiting for you. There's something there that's still, that hasn't been discovered by your likeness yet. You haven't. Yeah. So I think that's important, is really genuinely not just selling someone or, you know, giving something, or, you know, you have to genuinely care about that person, because we're human beings. Behind these screens are human beings.
Yeah.
And I think that we are very mindful of that. We're just like, well, everything's so easy for us now. It's like, I want it and I want it now. And so we might not think that person on the other side is a real human. But yeah, it eats, breathes, and shits just like you do, you know? Like, and it's kind of, it's like, well, you know, and so that's one thing I really think that we really need to put out there to people, and that I really want people to understand, is there's a human being on the other side of that screen, and you need to treat him as such. And if you don't, you can't be upset if they don't treat you as one, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes they're discouraged, you know, like there's articles I've read that where someone was just having a bad day, and this kid, and, you know, and someone just said, or it was an adult, you know, and they said the person's name. I was listening to a podcast, and it was on YouTube, a YouTube podcast that I listened to. And he was talking about this. He stopped the live feed to say, like, hey, that's a great question. Let's answer that question now, because they put a comment in there and used her name and stuff like that. And she felt important at that time. And it was the first time that she felt like someone was actually listening to her, you know, and, you know, like, can you fake that on this platform? Yes. There's a lot of people that fake it. There's a lot of people that throw money at the thing so they can make money. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell from their fruits of those people. But there's a lot of good YouTubers out there, a lot of good creators out there that have families, you know, that have, you know, that are good in the community, that are actually working another job. They're doing all these other things, but they're doing this because they have a passion for it. They see that this is something that could bring their families together, to do something together, instead of spending all day in a cubicle, you know, just punching in the clock, 9 to 5 job, and not seeing your kids, and hoping for that 10 days of vacation and that 401k, and then never really knowing your kids, you know. And that's what me and Montez love about this, is we can spend time with our kids. You know, my kids are at school, his kids are home right now, right? They're home. Yeah, they're home right now and stuff like that. But he can be there for them, you know, like, literally, yes, he's at work right now, but the idea is to have the time to be with him, you know. And that was the one thing I was concerned about, like, because I saw him really working himself to death. So I was like, and I spent 26 years in the Marine Corps, and I worked myself to death, you know, like, and I said, oh, when this happens, then it'll be good. Then I'll lay off a little bit, but that never really happens, you know, and you're never really in control of your whole situation. And that's what I love about this platform, is you can be in control of your situation, you know, and you can build a relationship, because one person's not going to make that happen, but all of us together can network with each other and build that friendship and stuff like that, so we can grow with each other, you know. And it's not a scam, you know, like there are scammers out there, but this is a way that we can help other people out, whether it's a startup business, whether it's a startup YouTube, or whatever. We know people, you know, like, we know influential people out there. You know, if you want to start a business right now, and you want to be a CEO, CFO someday, you need to listen to this channel. Okay. If you want to have a successful YouTube channel, then you need to listen to this channel. If you want a small channel just for a hobby, you need to listen to this channel. It's cool too. It's cool. You know, we're not saying that everyone that listens to this is going to make money from this, you know, like that. You know, if that's not your goal, is to make money from this, just to have fun and just to meet some great people and make a difference in this world, this is a platform. I'm working with this one YouTuber right now. She's almost to 1,000 subscribers, but all of her money is going to go to autism, because her child has autism and she's in Australia. And I'm hoping to get her on this channel so we can talk to her and say what her thought process is in. And she's got great content out there. You know, so she just reached out about yesterday. I gave a shout out yesterday to some of my subscribers, and I showed some clips of their videos out there. And that made a difference, not just saying their names, but actually showing their clips out there and showing what they do, you know? And these are kids that just have iPhones or phones out there and just are filming stuff, and, you know, and they're doing their best out there. And it's good quality, you know, like it's amazing. They understand it, you know, and as parents out there, we have parents out there, they're helping their children too. And if you don't understand it, we can help you too, you know, because this is a family thing, you know. We understand some of those channels, there may be kids, but there's also adults that are behind the scene. And this is something that Montez told me that kind of resonated with me. It says, you know what, that's great that you have your girls out there, but you need to show yourself once in a while. And I think that's true. You know, like I think the parent needs to come out there and once in a while and say, you know, like we help out in the whole process. You know, we're involved.
Well, because again, at the end of the long run of the story, what it all is going to come down to is like you're wanting to show and build rapport. Well, you know, there's a guy named on YouTube. His name's Wolfie. And
yeah, Wolfie. Yeah, he's great, man.
You've never seen his.
Hey, let's get him on. No, get this video on, dog.
I would love to get him. I don't know how.
Can you get one of his videos on?
Oh, you mean like
yeah.
All right.
Hey, Wolfie is the most loyal subscriber there is, man. Let me tell you, every time I drop a video, that dude is there. Yeah, I mean, he's number one, man. Yeah, like he is loyal. If you want a subscriber that's loyal, and he does Minecraft games and stuff like that, and I wish I played video games. Well, he makes me want to play video games. Can you jump on?
I'm working on trying to get him on. I'm trying to get him on.
No, but can you throw a screen up and show his channel?
I'm trying to get it right now. The reason why I liked what he's doing right now so much in some of his videos. You watch all of his videos, you will never see his face. And he's building on that. He's building on the idea that, hey, you know, you want to know who's behind what's going on. And so he's able to market it as such. So I think that when you know, you've been behind the camera for so long as the adult that's maybe doing the YouTube for the child, and you come out there, you kind of then set a oh wow, when they're gonna come back, like the charisma, the thoughts, the wondering, when is that person gonna come back? Here's Wolfie's channel right here. So like I'm just saying, like if you're able to, what happens is you become able to build on your viewers or your watchers by keeping that. Oh, are they coming? Or you know, you want to know.
It's kind of a mystery thing.
Yeah, it's mystical, very mystical. You want to know, and then so here's Wolfie's channel.
I love his banner. I love his banner. Like that anime stuff is hot, man. It's good. He's got 123 subscribers, man. Well deserved guy, man.
And you see here, you see what he does here. Look at him doing all this over here on the side. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to put related channels down here for people and put them on there, but he does this anyway. You can tell he's a very, very supportive individual when on YouTube altogether. So, I mean, we're gonna go into these videos here, and I'm gonna go back to the beginning. All right, here's the very first video. Now, this isn't him, of course. This is just, you know, some of the stuff that he's watched. And you go through here, and you don't see any of his, that you're not going to see his face. You're just not going to see it.
Did he come out with one of the videos that said that do you want me to show my face?
Where is that at?
I think he did. I think he mentioned in one of his videos, if I recall. I don't think he put it on the title, but I think he says, "Hey, you know, at the end, do you guys want to see my face?" and stuff like that.
Which channel? Which one should we watch?
And you know what, guys? You know what? The only reason I have this subscriber is because of Montez. You know what I'm saying? Because he built that rapport with him. You know, and then Wolfie came out to me and he says, "Hey, Montez sent me." And I'm going, "What?" It was after our interview, man.
Cool.
You know, like he came out and said, "Montez sent me." You know what I'm saying? And I go like, oh, "Okay, I know this cat's cool then." You know, and then I started watching his stuff. And you know, like I said, I appreciate what he's doing, that Minecraft stuff.
I'm gonna do the 100 subscribers special. He got his 100 subscribers, and he was very thankful of that. Again, he's at 123. So,
did you do a trailer for him?
Yeah, he's got. No, I didn't do one. He did one himself.
Can we see his trailer? See his trailer.
Oh. You be gaming, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I love the song he dropped, man.
Headshot. Yeah. Yes. Never. I was never good at video games, man.
Me either, man.
Thanks for 100 subscribers. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your support. Now, what you should go do after this is make sure you come down into that comment box and let us know. Thank you for creating such wonderful content. It's comments like these that allow someone to feel good inside their heart. You want to make sure that you can get that person. And
put on that comment too. Sorry about it. Put on that comment too. Is that, hey, we're giving you a shout out right now too.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna put it on there. All right. But really though, like, it's the thing. It's leaving comments like that to people. Let them know that you're watching. And then after that, they might come, they might not. I wouldn't say it's a gamble, because you're not really gambling. It's almost like, how are you going to know what's in the store or inside the woods or in the box if you don't open it or go into it or go, you have to go look, you have to go see. So like at this YouTube thing, you'd be better off going to go see and telling people that you're going to go see than you would to just start uploading a ton of videos. You know what I mean? It's like, how's anyone gonna know you're in the party if you don't ever let anyone know you're here?
Yeah, and exactly. When you look at their content, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not your gig or your thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I may be a classical dancer like ballet, but hip hop dancing is not my style, or jazz is more my style. Like whatever your thing is. But as musicians or creators, we can appreciate what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play video games at all, but I appreciate what he's doing, and I learn from him. I go like, whoa, there's some angle he did, or there was some editing he did that I could use for another project for there. So if you look at it, not just as, yes, you enjoy their content, you enjoy what's going on, or you give them suggestions. Hey, have you thought about doing this? And it'll make it that much cooler. Like, have you thought about that? There's nothing wrong with giving constructive criticism. And I don't like it really calling it criticism. I like to call it constructive feedback. You know what I'm saying? Feedback
is vital for everything.
Yeah, and if you go on there and say, "Hey, dude, have you thought about doing this and splitting the screen and throwing this on there, and maybe throw some words scrolling on here or whatever little editing tricks that you can and say, "Hey, I can show you how to do that." You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we all grow on this channel, dude. Like that's how we all grow, and then like I said, maybe he'll start making me play video games because I know my girls want me to. They play that Minecraft thing Minecraft all the time, and I go like, I don't understand what they're doing, what buttons. They're just like dancing around doing all this stuff, and and on their heads playing, and I can't even do it. Just
Sitting around and stuff like I would love.
yeah.
I would have PS. I would have PS4, but I'm not that good at it. Like I just not my lane, It's just not, It's,
yeah. But like I said, we can appreciate what he's doing, and he's loyal. You know what I'm saying? And that loyalty means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you take a person that we really dig with, or not, we dig his content, but what I'm saying is someone that's more in our lane that we totally understand, and they could be total jerks, man. And I don't want to watch their channel, man, just because of them. They don't comment back. They don't like communicate. They don't watch your stuff. It's all about them, And that's kind of why I don't like Instagram sometimes. Instagram is one of those things that is just kind of about me, not everyone. And YouTube is about you, but it's about us, They should call it UsTube, but it doesn't come off the tongue fast enough, This is our world, we put the content out there, what I'm saying? And we don't allow people in a boardroom deciding what content we're watching or the content that's being created. This is the first time, like YouTube made it possible for all of us to be creators, and we're all creators, and we all got something to say. And let me tell you, it's stepped up the game. Netflix is worried, Hulu's worried, cable's worried, everyone's worried about what YouTube's going to do. And they try to give bad PR, especially when you have some knuckleheads like Paul Logan giving them things, and they want YouTube to fail. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube's not going to fail.
What do you think about this? Is a little Facebook TV. Have you heard about Facebook TV?
You know what? Facebook is for no offense for people, like it's for old people like my dad. So I mean, it's not a search engine, man. Google is a search engine. Google tried to buy Facebook, and Mark should have sold it a long time ago. I love him, in what he did, and he brought that whole things, but I could care less what someone's eating for dinner. You know what I'm saying? It's not a, like they're trying to mimic, but once you start mimicking, then why are you mimicking when it already exists? YouTube is a platform. YouTube's coming out with Red, and we're going to come out with probably a stream talk about Red. What do you think about Red and stuff? We won't talk about it now because we could talk for 2 hours about that subject alone. Yeah. And, but like I said, we're building relationships with people and with our subscribers, and just because they don't have a channel, you know what I'm saying? Like I like those. I like communicating with those more than I love those that make content. Okay. But those subscribers out there that are loyal to you and they really have nothing to gain from it, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to watch, you know what I'm saying? I don't pay them to watch, I don't, but they just want to watch my content for that, that's real, dog.
I think again, the only way that you're going to find individuals like that is if you're going other places and putting, and when we say other places, we don't necessarily, you can go to other platforms and start from Instagram. I think that's a brilliant idea. Go to Instagram, post your videos there, and hopefully you can translate, or what do they call mine, or return whatever, get that person to convert over to your YouTube. You can do that. But I think that when I say go places, I'm talking about go to someone else's video and write on their video and talk to them. Go talk. Let them know that you're here, and other people, they're going to see that you're there and you're going to be able to grow. That's the most important thing, is going to other rooms, other meeting other people and genuinely meeting them. Because it's a little bit different, right? This computer makes it feel like you can't really shake someone's hand, which in doubt you can't, but you can definitely shake someone's comment. You can definitely give value inside of a comment that makes it kind of feel like you gave me a hug. You know, like you know what I mean? Like you can show me emotion through your comment. That's what all cap locks are for. That's what, you know, emotions are for, stuff like that. I can feel your energy, you know, and I think that's the biggest thing, is allowing others to feel your energy. And then, like anything else, what you do enough, it'll come back. You build, it'll come.
Yeah, I still get, like, my notifications blow up, right? Like literally since I've been on here, I have like 30 notifications constantly. And not all of them are on my channel. Like it's about a 50-50 split. You know, 50% is coming from my channel and 50% is coming from other channels, you know? And some people don't go on YouTube and look at their notifications diligently. So some of the comments you made maybe 2 weeks or a month ago are popping up now. You know what I'm saying? But it's going on. You're having that communication. You're planting that seed, you know? I'm looking for those comments that basically has great insight or great things. There's ideas in there that sometimes those big YouTubers are missing out on. You know, they have great ideas that they say, why don't you do this? And no, they're not even commenting. Those big YouTubers are just putting hearts and, you know, because they're just trying to burn it out quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I'm glad I'm small right now. You know, like like that's my major concern is when I get big, how I'm going to have still the human touch in there, you know, and that's something I'm going to have to deal with once it gets to that level.
They say anything that grows too fast, is that's too good. It's like a ginseng. It's like a ginseng. If you go get a ginseng and it's all grown really fast, it moves baby skin and it doesn't have that means the potency, the medicine that's actually in the ginseng didn't have enough time to set and fester in there to whip up the most potency that it could be. So it's almost like your YouTube. If you flash grow it, well, then how are you going to manage it? How are you going to comment? And some people say, you know what? Comments aren't important. I'm not talking to nobody that writes me. Well, you're cutting your foot off.
Yeah.
That's what we've just now explained to you all.
Oh, yeah.
Cutting your foot off. The comments are your oil. That's your gas. That's what's going to start your car. That's what's going to get you going from point A to point B to at least let you know, hey, do this or don't do that. The comments are your oil, your fuel, your gold, you know. And so I think that the people let them do that. But I'm just telling anyone else now that you know, take your time and filter through your comments and write back and build your relationship.
And also, when I'm looking at comments, I'm also going into their channel also. Do they have a channel? You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't have the generic, like nice video kind of thing, you know, like I'll go into it and say, oh, wait a minute, that's a well thought out comment. Do they have a channel? What are they about? You know what I'm saying? And that leads me to their subscribers and their subscribers. You know, like you're missing out. We're only looking at this top layer. I mean, we think, oh, we get a shout out from these like million, you know, subscriber people and all this kind of stuff. That's going to make, and that does make a difference. You know? It will make a difference, but just along with it, get bad too. But you said that growth, needs to be that organic growth will last longer. This is a long game. You know, I was making comments last night in bed with my wife, which I normally, you know, like we don't like to work in bed. But and it's not work. It was kind of fun, you know. Like my wife goes, "I want to see what
what time last night was that?"
It was. We're old.
Was that actually Sunday?
Yeah. No, I know. I told him not to work on Sunday. Well, anyway, my wife said, "Hey, I want to check the girls' channel out," because my wife is like behind the scenes supportive. She works. You know, I'm a stay-at-home dad and she works. So, you know, like she just, you know, she doesn't have, because about YouTube and me and her, it's like, you know, it's to her, it's just fun. You know, it's not a job.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's so true. Your spouse sometimes, or your person that you're, you know, building, they may not be behind what you're doing. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't slow down. Keep on going, because you know what?
Yeah. But include them when they want to be included. So that was an inclusion time. And I was making comments on someone's channel, and actually it was her computer. It said, "Hey, write this down in there." She goes, "Why are you making comments on their channel about a comment that they gave on their video?" I go like, "Why not? That was a great comment." You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter whether that's the great thing about comments. You don't have to be owner of the video to not communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? And also it helps that creator out, because how does it do it? You put more comments on there, Google sees it, man. They see that, hey, this is a lot of buzz on there. So when it comes down to when your videos pop up, it'd be more likely to pop up, especially with a lot of comments on there. So if you're really helping them out, you're helping yourself out, and you're also meeting new people that be potential either people that are going to be watching your content only, people that are going to be, you can help out, and people that you can collaborate with, and I think that collaboration, we probably need to do a video on collaboration, because this is what we're doing is collaboration. You don't have to just collaborate on a video.
And it totally threw me off when I first got into YouTube. I would see all these people talking about collaboration, or tags or whatever, tag videos. It's pretty much a collaboration video. But if you're looking down underneath the dark web of what that really is doing, is you're just
the dark web, man.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I know. But
there is definitely, but
anonymous, man.
But
yeah, I know what you mean.
As far as like looking down into how
the
internet actually works, you're tying in leak words or different videos that other people had done, and it's like taking someone's name. Like if I was to make a video about Kevin Hart, and then on the title it says Kevin Hart, well, it's going to show up Kevin Hart, next to, it's just, and we'll do a video about that too, getting that understanding. But I think a collaboration sometimes is better to actually be on a live streaming like this, get a group of people going or whatever. But this is the same. It's the same thing. If someone comes and joins you, even if you got the regular cell phone or the video camera, that's a collaboration.
Right.
And being able, because you're taking, technically what's happening is you're taking one person that has this kind of genre of people, this is who they attract, and the other person attracts this amount of people. Now we made a peanut butter jelly sandwich and they're together.
Right.
So this is why we do collaborations. This is what the collaboration really means,
Right. And then it just brings more customers, or not more customers, more subscribers, more everything to everyone, but we all grow together, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, we're here to grow with each other. Is there anyone online? There's anyone listening to us right now, or?
No, I haven't.
So we do it pretty early, man. So that's why a lot of people.
I haven't even really been watching. Like I don't even let it be my
focus. We don't even need to focus on it now. But if there's anyone out there, man, please put some comment.
They're out there. They're gonna leave the comments. They're gonna.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing about live. Maybe they don't watch it right here at first. Maybe and ladies and gentlemen, if you're going through a live situation and you're going through this, no, you may not have a lot of people come on your live event instantly. And it's the same thing. You might have a whole crap ton of thumb downs. There's lots of haters out there. There's lots of different, but that's not what matters. What matters is you took the time to convey your idea, tell the world about how you felt. Now, giving and taking retrospects, you need to be doing it. You can make comedy videos, but don't just stop there. Go perform comedy at the bar or at the club. I'm not advising you to go get drunk there, but I'm advising you to go out there and show your talent out there as well. I think that YouTube is it's the very first place to where you can actually start doing. You can actually start doing here on YouTube, and then after you start doing here, it's time to. This is nice because I'm in my house. Got my tree, I got my chair. My daughter's actually sitting across the table from me. I'm sitting here in my own little domicile. Now, and I'm able to conduct ideas in business through what's going on. Now, you that might be watching might say, well, where's the business at? Well, the business comes after this. The business comes after this, So, like, I think that this is very very detrimental for everyone to get down through inside. And that's exactly why we're going to start up the new YouTube collaboration. Me and Kimo are going to be doing this YouTube. You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, we definitely thought about, hey, is there anyone out there, like everyone tells you what to do, but they just don't show you how to do it or analyze other creators out there and kind of bring it all together, you know, like and tell real stories, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we see these guys out there that have the professional, you know, filmers and stuff like that, and they show you, you know, like they do, you know, how to get 1,000 subscribers like nothing, you know, or this and that, and they talk about thumbnails, they talk about the same things, you know. But we want to dive deeper in there. We want to show you what's behind the scenes. You know, we want to say, hey, there's the Wizard of Oz behind the curtains. We want to show you that, you know, and what do we get gained from it? You know, we'll show you that too. You know, how do we make money? Because we don't, you know, like, you know, we love what we're doing now, but bottom line is we got to take care of our family also.
And that's something
just like you guys have to.
Yeah. That, you know, that's something.
Yeah.
I think it was funny because it's not really funny, but it's something to think about because hey, I want to just do this for fun. Well, I think you're kidding yourself. I think it's almost like the preacher that preaches for nothing. Like, how is he going to live? How's the preacher going to take? He gets paid for sharing his light out of his soul to help you go further throughout your day. That's what, you know, he's. So I think that at some point in time, you really got to stop playing with yourself, stop kidding yourself, and go out there and take for what's yours. And it's going to take a little while sometimes to understand that you're very valuable. Everyone has value. Everyone does.
Yeah. And the thing about it is what you're doing on YouTube is making your brand. And, you know, and that's really where it's important, you know, branding yourself, and then, you know, like, and course coordinating or collaborating with people that are similar genres and those kind of things that basically you can help each other brand your brand, you know, because you can learn from those people also. But building that brand is important. You know, you build that rapport in the network, and then you build your brand, you know, and it's important, you know, like, you know, you want them, you know, it may be a catchphrase that you use, you know, it may be the way you edit, it's maybe those things, you know, like every time I want you to hear Ohana Girls Guide to Life, I want you to hear that one, the whistle kind of song in the beginning. I want you, yeah, I can't even do it, but I want you to, and we'll show you how to get like music too. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to get free music, but there's also ways to pay for music and not spend a lot of money also too. You know, good music out there that sets you apart. Yeah, you can use the music on iMovies and stuff like that. Everyone uses, and everyone starts that way. But, you know, you want to take it to the next level. Music's important, you know. And that's the great thing about Montez. He's with music people, right? So he's dealing with that. So how does that, and, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that he's making money off of them too. You know what I'm saying? Doing other things, you know. So this is, you know,
YouTube allows you to take everything that you do and connect it into one ball and multiply your streams of income. Now, it did stink. I actually had my 1,000 hours. They took my 1,000 hours away, or my 4,000 hours. I had it. They took it. I've had it. They took it. So I don't even know what they're talking about, but I tell you what. If I was to make that my focus, everything else that I was doing wouldn't really amount to anything.
Yeah, his girls wouldn't be eating right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're eating, they're having a good time, and, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, we could always make a lot more money, but, you know, he's spending time with his family, you know, and that's, I think that's the thing about it. You know, there's a lot of things. This opens your eyes to a lot of opportunities out there, you know.
Opportunities are endless, especially when you have the internet, because you can talk to someone in Hong Kong, you can talk to someone, it's all around this world. So you just got to use it and apply it the way that you see fit, you know, not how you've been originally taught to use it. And that's so crazy. Like, you really, someone's put this computer in your hand or the cell phone, and you've got a concept on how you should use the individual piece, but really, I think that you do not use it the way that you've been taught. You're going to use it the opposite way, very opposite way that you thought, you know.
But the powers to be wants you to be consumers and consume of that, and and feel like you need to put that in your life. We look at things a little bit differently. Like it's a tool. You know what I'm saying? But it's also entertainment too. So this is where there's that balance. You have to spend time and enjoy life. Building relationships at work or on YouTube is important. But if your relationships at home is not in place, then it's not going to work, man. You gotta have your personal life in check. You know what I'm saying? Because that outwardly portrays you as a person, and it makes you genuine. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't like my family at all, I'm probably gonna be fake to people anyway. And literally you can fake it a little bit out there, but it comes out, man. It really comes out. Like, what kind of person are you? Because YouTube could go away, but I still have my family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think YouTube will go away, and I don't think my family will go away, like that. So how can they meet together? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I have to put the phone down, and me and him, that's why he won't buy a cell phone. But I think I'm convincing him that cell phones are important for a tool. And, but anyway, I put it down, you know what I'm saying? There's times where people can't get a hold of me, and I'm at Disneyland with my kids. We got an annual pass, you know what I'm saying? Disney's got a racket going on. Let me tell you that. But anyway, but we go there and we have a good time. And the biggest thing my girls ask me is like, Dad, you're not bringing the camera out, right? I go, no, I won't bring the camera out, but can I get a couple shots? You know what I'm saying? So I do a little bit of work because, you got to get that tax write-off, I get my money back from Disneyland because they're going to get their money, they're using me. So, I'm definitely going to be trying to use that as a tax write-off. But so I may take a couple pictures there and here and there, but try to be there with my family. And, being there for your family is so important, And we say, we kind of convince ourselves that, we need to work and spend that time. It's not the quantity time, it's the quality time. And that's a lie. It's a lie. It's the biggest lie that people say, that quantity of time is important. That quantity of time is important, especially with young girls that we have, me and Montez has. I think that's why we really connect, because we have a lot of female estrogen going on in our home, and and getting beat up on a daily basis, man. That's why we have dogs, because that's the only one that really kind of listens to us. But we just need to be there for our wives, and our spouses, and be there for your family, and have joy, and give a message, you know what I'm saying? This is a platform that you can give a good message, and this is a thing that give good service to others, and show them how to fish, not just give them a fish, but show them how to fish.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is showing someone how to do something. These things that I know and Kimo knows we did think of some things on our own, right? But it really came from being able to evaluate other people that were doing things that we wanted to. Well, we were always creators, but I think anything else, when you find something and you really enjoy it and thoroughly like it, you'll seek it out for everything that you do. And so I think that, any person that comes into this space, you're going to seek out someone or something that's going to motivate you and help you, and that's where we're at. We want you to seek us out. We want to be able to help you. We want to be able to motivate you and push you all to that next level, because again, we had to go. It wasn't easy. The stuff that we've learned was not easy, and we're still learning today. There's a whole lot of more YouTubers that have way more subs and watch time than, and you hear I'm having my struggle. There's way more, but that's not what the reason of YouTube is for, and we're here to let you know that there's other ways to be able to make wealth, have an income, grow without just having your monetization of YouTube. That's the smidget of it.
Yeah, and really, yeah, and like that ad revenue and stuff like that. The only one making money off of ad revenue is Google. Really, be honest with you, like even the big YouTubers, are not counting on that. That may be paying the electric bill for Paul Logan in his $6 million home, but I don't think it's paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? So that's like all those other things. Like that's just pocket change. Like the biggest thing is you got to look at other things, other services you can give out. There's affiliate marketing that you can do. There's, getting email lists are definitely important. I could have a friend that's
all
selling.
those things that you just talked about, I think they're very, very good to do on the new channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we're going to talk, and we're just giving you a smidget of. We're not telling you how to do it, but we're going to go on the other channel and show you how to do those kind of things, how to get that listing and stuff like that. And then how to, I could, like I said, you could have a friend that's maybe has a development coming up or something that he's doing. And at a moment's notice, I could go live and I could say, here, this is going on and benefit him, what I'm saying, or benefit them, And then it's all the networking. They know people and they know people, what I'm saying? And then, you start, oh, I got a guy that does this, that does that. And then, and then there's definitely, they need you to do certain things. This is our world that we live in. We don't, like we realize that we'll never be king of YouTube. I don't think anyone could be king, because you could get knocked off the hill real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're building a kingdom, what I'm saying, which means there's no dictator here, like that. Be a part of our circle, be a part of our family, sit around, let's talk about your kids. Let's talk about how can we balance out the two, let's talk about those real issues that people don't talk about. We talk about networking and all that kind of stuff, but we don't really talk about like, the social, why are we even doing it? Like if you, and if you're doing it for the money, that's awesome too. Don't be ashamed of saying that. I'm doing it because I want to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like everyone has their own journey. Like a lot of people say, well, if you're doing it for the money, the wrong reason. And I think I disagree with that. Like I heard a podcast the other day that kind of talked on that. And I kind of agree with that philosophy that, like everyone does it for a different reason, but that's cool. We could still collaborate and grow together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to disagree with someone that's doing it. I'm just doing it for fun. Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. like that's it. That's the thing that's what's going to make it all. Finding your reason for why and being truthful with yourself, like that fake it till you make it. Well, you can't fake it with yourself for the reason for why you're doing it.
Yeah. Amen.
The people are going to read you out and seek you out, and they're going to bully you. Like when they find out, like, there's no reason to just make sure that whenever you find out why you're going into this, stick with it, go with it, run with it, and don't let anything else stop you. You already did the hardest part.
You know what? You know why we laughed about that, faking it until people find out and stuff like that. So we actually know someone that does that, and we're never going to tell who it is or something like that. But there's people out there that, like they do it and, their whole world will collapse if people only knew that they really didn't care, say like, and they're big time, making money, so.
You don't want to become a slave behind your own. Like,
yeah. And you're going to be a slave, like you have to be not genuinely you know what I'm saying? Do what you love, do what you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? If you want to raise chickens and let my dad watch your channel, then raise chickens. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to run around like Cowboy Monty in there, and like I said, if you haven't watched Cowboy Monty, you need to go on itsmontez.com. Just look up Cowboy Monty up there and stuff. Watch his channel. It's gonna go big. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go like we're gonna make it big. It's gonna be a big show on YouTube. Okay, not just YouTube, but YouTube Red. That's the goal for there. That's I'm breaking out of the thing. It's that I'm calling it right now. Oh, Cowboy Monty is montez.com, of course. Is one of his super egos that he has. Yeah. Which he has many, but it's kind of cool when you can be someone else, or you be someone that you just don't let people see,
It's
Be
good.
yourself.
It's good to take off the hat every now and again.
Yeah.
Just let the hair back, let your feet down, smell the roses sometimes, and just, Mike Andrews is really one of the reasons why I decided to, don't be so uptight about YouTube. Don't be so uptight. When you get uptight about it, you start, I edited this wrong, or this looks bad, and you will have your cringy videos when you go back after like a year, and you'll be like, oh, what was wrong with me? Like, but I think that those videos create the better you within that next year. 2018 came. They said, "Hey, do you have any what do you call that, resolutions?" It's like, no.
Yeah.
I just want to be better than what I was this year, but you can't really resolute that you're going to be. You just do, you don't. I mean, it's like, am I going to stop smoking? No, I've got to stop today. If I'm going to stop, I'm not going to wait till a certain day to, there's not, you just got to, every single day is another day to progress yourself from point A to point B. And there's, think of it like the alphabet. There might be 10 letters and you got to get to level 10. I don't really like to go past 10 because then it gets really hard. You get overwhelmed. You'll get overwhelmed. Don't set goals that are too high, but let them be high. Let the goal still be high,
Yeah. Yeah. And, and the thing about it, sometimes, we talk about cringy videos and stuff like that. And, I look at my videos so much over and over again. And there's things that I just have to let go because I'm like, either just don't, not laziness, but there's a time where if you work on 8 hours on your video, there's sometimes you just gotta say enough's enough, and so I remember in the 80s they had this skate group, with Tony Hawk and it's the Bones Brigade, and I forget who the skater was, but it was the skater that he wasn't that great. He was on that team, but he wasn't the greatest guy, but he was one of the more popular skaters on that team because he didn't skate that well, and people can associate that and say, you know what, I don't skate that well, but he can do it, so I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you got to put that out there, and people look at it and say, you know what, he's putting out there and he's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you see these movie productions out there, and we strive to do it. There's that ego in us. We have that pride in us that we want to like have this Steven Spielberg moment, and like an E.T. flying out of our butts and stuff like that, and all these crazy things that we can do on video editing and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to say, screw perfection. Like you have to just post it out there, and call it, because you got to. What is the goal? The goal is not to have a perfect product out there, and don't delete your old stuff. I think it's not worth the time to delete your old stuff. I used to delete my old stuff.
I think it's like a storybook, like going back and I mean, why would you burn your picture album? Like, this is a video album, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then but people could see a progression. Like, what are those popular YouTube videos that shows the person that's overweight and then becomes skinny and stuff like that? I mean, people love that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what would be the difference between that? Let them watch that and they go like, wow, they started that way. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can learn something from that person. And guess what? Now that person's a watcher because he can relate, because he can't relate to you if your stuff is so polished.
And that's what I do when I find a new YouTuber. I go to the very beginning, say, how long has he been doing YouTube?
Yeah.
What was his first video? What was it like? And then I'll go to maybe a middle video. Then I'll go to the last to see, hey, I see the transition, like Megan Cole. If you see Megan Cole's videos, she's a makeover. I love her channel because I was able to see when she very first started, she didn't have the best camera. Her lighting wasn't the best. But now, if you look at her videos now, her lighting is creme de la creme. Just
can you throw her on? Throw her on, man. Yeah, let's show. We're just going to show you like small clips of it, like that. But, we'll show you what you mean. And there's value added to it. That person gets value time. And then you could also look at the comments of the beginning and see how many comments they were getting, and see the ones in the middle, and then see the ones at the end, and then you're going to see some people that were loyal to the end too. So that's to me says, hey, if they're loyal to the end, you know, like maybe I want them as subscribers. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, like, and you know, like, and comment on their stuff. You know, because they're watching. You know, there are some people that are diehard fans. You know, out there.
I'm trying to get this to pull up here.
Okay.
God's Poet was in here a little while ago.
Was he?
Yeah,
man. I need to like watch some more of his stuff lately. Like I started watching a lot, like every day. Then I need to start watching it. He gives great comments too. You know, what a great guy. I think definitely has a place in our heart.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Here's boom right here. Here she is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
On her homepage, she doesn't really have.
Oh yeah, and I see her. She's always commenting on your channel.
Yeah, great,
man,
great girl. If you go to the beginning of her very first videos, here's her very first videos right here a year ago. Yeah. And you can tell.
Hi guys, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel. So everybody is always asking me how I do my makeup, how I do my eyes.
All right, so we look here, you see the camera. I mean, nothing wrong with the video. It's a great video. It's a great video. But then
and then notice also on the video that so it was on a cell phone. Okay, so we know it's on a cell phone because the reason why is because she was holding it upright. So that's why you have the black lines on
the sides there. All right. So now we're gonna move up to
middle.
Let's go to
when did you start meeting her? So when did you meet her? Because she's definitely loyal to you.
I met her around, I'd say, a little bit before Christmas.
Okay.
Right around like through here.
Yeah. So this is why networking and building friendship is important. Okay. And I'm not saying just Montez. Okay. But she is literally commenting on every, you can look, you're like, I see her all the time on his stuff. Cause I watch every Montez video there is. Okay. I learned from him. Like I said, like he was a mentor to me before I even met him.
On this one, you see, look, it even has a trailer.
Wow, look at that trailer, dog.
It's even got the trailer now on top of it.
How'd she do that, man?
Gorgeous, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all.
Look at the camera quality.
Wow, look at the background.
It's all of it. Effects, everything within the first 20 seconds, you can see the change and what she did within her. Now we'll go to the very top one. Let's do a room tour, which you would think this would be like a cell phone, but it's not. We go to the top here, and we're only going to do 20 seconds, and we'll cut it.
Yeah.
So when you first walk into my room, I have this little saying here that holds all my jewelry, and it's so unorganized, I know, but there's some bracelets.
All right, so what we can see on this one is, again, the lighting is great. You can, so it's the progress. All in all,
she's getting a lot of thumbs up. How's her comments looking? Her
comments are on there. They're great. She always does a great job with her comments. Her following is great. They're all loyal to her. They all seem to love her videos, and I really just like that. She's just really bringing everyone together, and she also does shout outs for other makeup people. So that's amazing to watch her do shout out to someone else and then brings them on. And I actually I wanna see if I can bring her up. Sarah R-A-H. I can't remember. What the channel was, but she did one with Sarah Smiles. Sarah Smiles.
Oh yeah. Sounds familiar.
She does a channel, but I can't. I'll have to find it and pull it up whenever I.
Okay.
But she does, but she shouted her out, and then I found her through her shouting her out, and it kind of just like. But see how knitly close the makeup community really is on YouTube. You know, it's just
right. And that's where if you think about it, itsmontez.com, okay? So, you know, if you look at it, you know, it's not just about the music industry, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about, you know, like those kind of things. It's about collaborating and being a creator and supporting each other and building that friendship, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, we can appreciate makeup, but if me and Montez did makeup, we couldn't do it. Just like Wolfie, we can play video games, you know?
Right.
Or, you know, like that. It's just not our lane, you know, like we're different in that way, you know, like we're definitely like to do more filming and creating that way and working with our girls channels. And when's the next video, girls? Are they on the table? Is your girls there?
No, she's coloring. She's not really.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So when are you dropping their next video?
I think I probably might do it this weekend. We've been really working on trying to make sure I have the content ready. Yeah.
It's really hard. Okay. It's really hard as being parents of children to have YouTube channels is still try to let them go free, you know, of that. You know, we want to control them, you know, because they're direct representatives of us, you know, and it's hard, you know, and it takes a lot of discipline just to say, forget it and just roll it. And then just edit it down, you know, and stuff like that, and just show the best light. Because some of the stuff they do, that's like some of the filming that I show on my girls' channel, like they're just with their phones, and they don't even like let me know. Well, they don't have phones, but they borrow our phones because you know we don't think that. And this is personal opinion that our kids should have phones, but. Just a preference. So don't be a hater. Don't put hate down there. Just the way we run things.
It's all right. I mean,
yeah. So, and then, you know, they're out there just doing silly videos and stuff like that. And I put it on there, you know, and some of that stuff is the stuff that, you know, that people really enjoy. You know, it's not the, okay, girls, script them out and putting the, you know, putting the ring light on them and, you know, the cool editing with PNG dropping and, you know,
Oh, froze up, bro. Kimo, are you still there? Oh no, froze up. I'm not sure where he went, ladies and gents. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Kimo actually froze up.
They kicking music.
Oh, I hear him. Here he is. Hello?
Got me? Yeah,
we lost the whole middle part. Hello?
Oh, that's okay.
We lost the middle part. For some reason, you froze up.
Okay. Are we good now?
We're good. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. Hello?
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's our screens are acting up here.
That's okay. If you can hear me, that's fine. I can see you, so that's all that matters right now. So
cool.
They don't need to see me, man. They know what I look like. So
okay. We didn't hear the middle. For some reason it just blanked out and then it kept on going. So like
no worries.
What did you say though?
Okay, so we were talking about what were we talking about, man?
I forgot. I got all like everything.
Yeah, you got all flustered and stuff like that. So we're talking. Okay, so we were talking about like the girls, you know, just letting them go sometimes. You know, let your kids go and be real and stuff like that. You know, and you know, putting yourself out there also, but not trying to talk over them. You know, that's the hardest part because I want my girls to be polished because there are direct representatives. You know, like we can look all goofy looking, right? But if our kids are goofy looking, we take that personally because then we're bad parents, right? And you know, and sometimes you just gotta let them be who they are. You know what I'm saying? You know, I definitely am not gonna have my kids looking like, you know, having boogers coming out of their nose. You know, like it's stuff like that on camera and stuff like that, or my youngest daughter not look all you know, like look all chalky and stuff like that, and she doesn't have any lotion on. You know, like I'm definitely gonna, you know, like definitely look at them before, you know, but sometimes you just need to let them be kids, you know, and you know, then it's not fun because like there's a lot of times where you try to direct them. They say the two people or the two subjects that filmmakers is the hardest to do is children and pets, you know, animals, you know, those are the hardest ones to do, work with. And I think once you realize you have no control over it and you just need to roll it, and you're going to do a lot of editing, you know, like you just got to do a lot of editing, you know, they're going to say things that, and that's the scariest thing, you know, bringing kids on live, you know, like, and we're going to be doing it, you know, like we're going to do it. So like, I don't know what my kids are going to say, you know what I'm saying? They could say I think something crazy, you know, like, I'm just like, I'm worried about like, you know, like them, like letting the dark secrets of our family, not that I have dark secrets, but saying something that gets misunderstood, you know, like what did she just say? You know,
I think all in all, it's gonna be cool just allowing the girl to talk back and forth, and I mean, it's just you never know until you go, and I think the best content that you could ever do is content that's not scripted.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, movies are cool, watching movies and stuff like that, but wouldn't it have been cooler to watch the bloopers in the movie, like?
Yeah,
like even if they did mess up, they just kept going.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like it's funny.
It's like watching ice skating when she falls. Yeah. He falls like all right. Or even skateboarding. It was the fall. It was the fall that made it so all right. All right. This is cool. You know.
Yeah, totally. And you know, you look at it as, you know, like it's kind of it's like impromptu, you know, like it's just kind of like it's real, you know what I'm saying? And people want to see real, you know, like they don't, like I love editing it down and stuff like that and chopping it up and stuff like that. But sometimes you just gotta like, you know, like just let it roll and stuff like that. And the only reason I edit things down is sometimes because I feel like content like this is fine. We're communicating, we're talking about something, we're just going to chop it up. You know, we're going to make smaller bites so it's easier to digest. Not everyone's got like an hour or hour and a half to listen to two guys talk, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, so sometimes you have to like break it down for them. So like for, especially the genre that I'm working with, I can do it for long periods of time and these kids will watch it, but I want to bring value added to them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, like if I could do it, like my perfect video is like usually 5 minutes or less, you know, it's usually 5 minutes or less. It's, you know, or 10 minutes at the most, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I want to not be.
And we will be reasons for more why on the new
industry says, and you know what? My thought process could change too. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends what we're doing. You know, like you know, if we're going live, I'd say, you know, like if you're only doing 10 minutes, I think you're kind of
that's a waste of time. You know,
that's a waste of time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna get on live, I think you need to be doing it for about an hour, hour and a half. Call it a day. Then we'll break down into that more. But anyway.
We went way off course.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all have enjoyed this live friendships and not just networking. As you can tell, we have a friendship, but we did kind of connect through networking. So but it was more than that. You know what I mean? So we're kind of like gave you the real display on film through the title, but you might have a hard time breaking it, but if you watch it, it will make sense.
But the thing is, what we talked about at the end, guys, is we couldn't be talking this way unless that we had a friendship before.
This is true. It's very true. And that's why it's important to kind of seek the friendship before you seek the is he going to be a business partner? Can I network with him? Is he compatible to be a friend? That's what you want to know first. Is he friend compatible? If he's not, probably don't want to work with the person because
and that doesn't mean you say, hey, I don't want anything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like friendship, like people have to believe you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. You know what I'm saying? So believing you takes some time for some people. So that friendship may not grow until later on. So don't just say, hey, maybe it's not a time of season. You plant the seed, you know what I'm saying? You're still friendly to everyone, you know, because you never know. That person may be having a bad day, you know. You just don't know.
Yeah. cold calls, never give up just because it was cold. It's going to be summer soon. You know, you got to keep on trying, you know?
Yeah, and the biggest thing is we may have missed the opportunity of our best friend that we shirked off in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we said, okay, that was great, you know, and he just did nice video and, you know, like it just didn't really click and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, later on, it's like something resonates and it's like you plant that seed and it just grows, you know, and it's just amazing, you know, and I look at it as everyone that watches, regardless of whether you're a subscriber or not, be honest with you, you know, like that. I do want 1,000 subscribers at least, but I'd be happy with, you know, 1,000 and, you know, and then 1 million people watching, really watching and being friends. You know, you don't have to hit the subscribe button to be my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, you just have to be a part of the party. You know, you could join without subscribing, though it doesn't cost you any money to hit the subscribe button. But some people are kind of funny about that, especially bigger channels are kind of funny about that. They don't want to subscribe to you because they, you know, it makes them look like they need you. And we have people that I have one person that is got 300,000 subscribers and I got a couple hundred. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, you know, but it's only been a couple months, but I know I'm growing organically. You know, I know I'm building friendships and relationships. I know I'm already talking collaboration with many. Now it's just making the time without neglecting my family. You know what I'm saying? There's enough work to do in networking and money to be made. You know what I'm saying here? You know what I'm saying? But I would rather work with someone that's going to be genuinely there, that's not going to stab me in the back. And I truly, honestly believe this. You could look at my eyes, okay, that Montez is a good friend, you know, and if you're not friends with him, then you need to just build that relationship, regardless of putting the subscribe button, stuff like that. He's already got his count up, you know, the views and stuff like that. He's the real deal. So if you really want to make a difference, then be a part of our team, be a part of our family. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Montez Mechanics from itsmontez.com. That's Kimo over there.
Right.
Hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. Duh. Thank you so much for tuning in.